It's probably the most exciting experience of my life.
I've enjoyed every minute of it.
It's just been a great experience for me.
And I can honestly say that when I look back on my college years, it's going to be the most fun I ever had.
To let the big dog eat, it's time. It's time to hear the bulldog beat. It's time. 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 The leaves are red and black. It's time. It's time to bring the bulldogs back. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. I love to go back to Athens town. I love to jump up when they holler down. I love to see the Redcoats spell the name. I love to talk about that bulldog thing. It's time to get the bulldog grin with 75,000 of your closest friends. It's time. It's time. Is it time? It's time. It's time. It's time.
Hi, I'm Harry Chapman. Behind me, some 400 of the hardest working students at the University of Georgia, the Redcoat Marching Band. Not only was it a great year for the Bulldogs, but a great year for the Redcoats as well, as they made some great strides and gave us some great performances all year long.
It's a band with a rich tradition and a national reputation for being one of the best. Join me as we reflect back on the '91 season. Take your seats, everyone. The Redcoats are coming.
There's nothing finer in the land than the Georgia Redcoat Marching Band.
The Redcoat Marching Band consists of 400 of the most dedicated and highly motivated undergraduate, graduate students and staff at the University of Georgia. This represents only part of the 5 bands, wind ensembles, and orchestras in the UGA School of Music. These students are pursuing degrees in practically every academic discipline at the university. We are very proud that despite the additional time and effort given by our students, that they have one of the highest organizational grade point averages on campus. The Redcoat Band is consistently recognized as one of the finest college marching bands in the country. It's really a pleasure for us to have the privilege of supporting Georgia football. In addition to our fall performances, our bandsmen are involved in many concert, symphonic, orchestral, and jazz activities throughout the winter and spring. Hi, I'm Dwight Satterwhite, the director of the Redcoat Marching Band. I have the distinct privilege of working with these wonderful young people.
I'm Vicki,
Melissa, Susan,
and Allison. We're members of the UGA flag line.
It's a lot of hard work, but it pays off when we're
Between the hedges.
The
University of Georgia Redcoats Band getting ready for its first performance of the season this Saturday at the newly remodeled Sanford Stadium. Drums covered with trash bags to protect them from the sometimes heavy rain. Complex appearing computerized movements that must be sharpened by Saturday.
But they have about a 75-page document here that gets very wet and makes it difficult for them to read.
Okay, you just about got it that time. Some of you still forget at the end of the 26 count move, you have your 4 count move forward.
The twirler is also rehearsing. This is solo twirler Candace Moody, a junior from Waycross.
We're slaving away at band practice. Band camp's pretty rough.
Gonna be ready?
Yes, cheering on those dogs.
Those dogs open Saturday against Western Carolina. Sanford Stadium with a bowl look for the first time. Band director Satterwhite says the enclosed bowl should help them.
That'll help hold the sound into the stadium a good deal more, and it should make it sound better.
If it's a sellout, more than 85,000 fans will be listening and watching.
Preparing for the first show of the year for the fans is part of a grueling 2 weeks, better known as band camp.
Well, we usually start the season with 2 weeks worth of band camp, which is quite a bit of work for 2 weeks before school starts. And the one good thing about it is that you come in with a lot of new faces and a lot of new folks, and you have the opportunity of meeting and working together with a lot of fellow band members right off the bat. And so even though we spend hours and hours for the first 2 weeks and work really hard, it's we develop a lot of good camaraderie at that time.
38, without the 55. That cutoff's not right. Start at minute 38. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, ready, play.
The Redcoats work long, hard hours, but it's also a time for the Redcoats to visit with old friends and meet new ones, and to see just what this year's band is capable of.
It's a really good time for everyone to get to know each other and kind of have an idea as to what the season's going to be like and what you're going to look forward to within the season.